Good morning. How lovely it is to gather in conscious breath and loving intention. So, as we take a deep breath, first, we do it for ourselves and feel the sacred air moving through our body, gathering what it needs to gather, and then releasing on the out breath what is needed to release. Second, we take a collective breath together, those here present here now, and those listening in the future. We take a breath for us in a beautiful, loving collective, gathering all we need to gather collectively, and then breathing deeply out, releasing that into the world. And third, we remember that we are one big collective of all. And with conscious intention, we can breathe it in, the love and the wisdom, as it reminds us that it is inside, and then releasing it even more and more stronger into the ether. Today's message began to come through earlier in the week through another, what we would call Vistara experience with a beautiful soul. We will continue the integration journey of recognizing who you are and who you've always been, and what you would call the gifts through deep understanding and clarity that are within you and always have been. So if you came into the world and very quickly stepped outside of your tree, so to speak, beginning the journey of spiritual enlightenment, oftentimes the journey will lead to mysticism, again through aspects seemingly outside of oneself. And we collectively honor, however it is, whatever the journey and the steps are, to remember and come back to yourself inside. For today, imagine a visual of yourself, maybe, or another character that comes to your mind, of the symbolism of a child or young adult walking through the forest, and seemingly their tree walking beside them or behind them, literally. Nearby, and it seemingly for the child or the young person seeming to see the forest for the first time, really seeing it and feeling it, and recognizing these trees to be more than what they were originally told they were, remembering what they knew when they came into existence, and looking at these trees in awe and wonder, and then going up to a tree and touching its bark and immediately feeling something different, but also familiar, recognizing the wisdom, the mysticism, the otherworldly knowledge and clarity in the energy field as we touch this tree. This tree seems magic because, of course, it is. And at times, depending on the journey, either this is for you today or for you to understand others. That tree, feeling the magic and the love, you want to take it back with you, so to speak. So then you notice a little limb that has fallen, and maybe even a stick from the tree on the ground, and you pick it up and you hold it, and you can feel yourself coming alive. Very similar to a staff that in your books wizards may carry, and your real experience in this dimension the natives in your land walked with. And for a moment, you recognize the mysticism in this stick, this limb, this staff, and you take it with you. And some may even call it spirit, God, angel. And depending on the situation and the life experience, one may feel that only with the staff, with the magical tree, they are powerful. So even in your worlds of spirituality, and again, your time and place now, there is slight confusion as it feels as though holding this limb, this staff, this stick brings you clarity and enlivens you. And in a sense, well, it does. But it's really a mirror for you, for others. But the confusion can be that it's not a mirror, that it is the stick and not you. So some may say, this angel told me, God told me, when metaphorically holding the stick. That's God outside of oneself still, but closer to the truth. And some, as a child, hold on and find this stick because it gets them through. They do not feel comfortable or allowed to understand who they are. So the stick is their source of safety, security. However it is found, it is to be honored. Those natives in your land, that walked with a staff, and then pass down the staff to someone else. The staff is just a symbol. The staff is a walking prayer to remember that you are the tree. That it is not outside of you, it is inside. So as some begin to recognize, when you hear a voice, you have a feeling, it is not an outsider's will. It is you being connected and knowing yourself as one, as the tree, as a young child walking the forest and turning around and seeing oneself and integrating fully into the knowingness of the entire universe is all within. So today, maybe find your staff. Maybe it's just symbolic in your hand. In your world religion, many times you are taught to listen to an outsider's will, so to speak. Another tree, the God tree's will. We ask to clear the confusion that it was just simply a mirror for what is inside of you. You are that, and that is you. I am that I am. Yes, carry your staff with you, but it is here simply to remind you in the collective clutter that can occur, the collective confusion that can be here, that you are whole within this. You are the mystical tree, and you have been all along. With love, so it is.